So I bought recently, started running low on disk space, so I wanted to get another NVMe drive. So I got another 4 terabyte, and I just have that dedicated because I take a lot of pictures with star lapses and stuff like that. So I bought that. It's already installed. This is actually, I bought another Enclosure because I don't have any more now, and actually I have the first NVMe drive, which is a 2 terabyte in here, but I noticed that my USB-C hub, which, what brand is it? I forget what brand. It's not, it's just like Minisporu? I don't remember. It was the cheapest one I could find on Amazon because they're all basically the same. You'll get more interfaces with more money, but you won't get any more speed typically, unless it's like dedicated, unless it says this is for 40 gigs or something like Thunderbolt 4 or whatnot. So if you just buy regular USB-Cs, normally you're okay. This one is not a powered USB-C, and therefore when I try to write data to it, it dumps off because there's just not enough power, and it just shorts, I guess. I'm not sure what the terminology for that would be. So anyway, I've been seeing this one, UGreen, and they have like other stuff. They have like a Kickstarter and stuff like that, which is always weird. It's like, you're a company already. Don't you have the infrastructure to send it? They have something on there. I keep seeing it on Instagram. Take that for whatever it's worth. So this is a drive. The first thing I've noticed is this thing is metal. This thing's nice and heavy. The other ones I believe are metal also. They dissipate heat a lot better. Not nicer, but yeah. Well, I like the form factor of this. It's supposed to be like a shock mount, but this is metal here. So it's 40 gigs because that's the only way I would want to roll with this stuff. Because it's when I use these as a USB-C drive, the 40 gig. Make sure it's a 40 gig cable and the 40 gig interface on my laptop, so I know that's right. When I use these, they write at just as fast as my internal hard drive. You couldn't tell a difference. It's writing to it. There's no problem. I'll do a time lapse of 1,400, 2,000 images. Writes them in. It doesn't slow down. It doesn't do anything other than the job within the amount of time it normally takes to do anything. So this is a drive. I'm realizing it's like, oh, I don't have to mess with the outside, but I do if I have to unscrew it. So I just saw the screw. Yeah. So the drive, the enclosure, not the drive. I have a drive though. Accessory box. I put my finger in to take it out, and it goes further in. That's small. So this is a USB-C cable. This is also the reason I brought the USB host B hub up, is that this is also powered by the bus. So I don't have any more. Oh, so this is USB-C to C, and there's USB-A to C. Yeah, there's the interface there. So I'm going to use the C to C, but I do not have. I would have to buy another powered. Did I make a video about that? The powered USB-C hub, which works really well. I don't use all of the USB-Cs at once, though. What I really want to do is wait for hard drive prices to go down again, because, man, the hard drive prices around the whole hoopla of Black Friday, the drives were the cheapest I'd ever seen them. But I wasn't buying anything for Black Friday, just out of principle, and all of the prices went up just before Christmas or right around Christmas, and they've stayed there the whole time. And the price is not really, it's kind of moved around a little bit, but hard drive prices are ridiculous right now, considering I don't know what the alternate would be. I mean, you can get like a mechanical drive, but I mean, for the most part, you can get a pretty good deal on. It's a long screw, a big deal, a good deal on a SSD of 4 gig, or I'm sorry, 4 terabytes. 4 terabytes is good for the most part, but if you want like larger long-term storage, you're still having to go to mechanical drives, and the mechanical drive prices are ridiculous right now. It's like the larger drives sit around $400, and then like drives that are reasonable are still like $40 to $70 more expensive than they were about a year and a half ago. Usually that price is a pretty steady decline as the bigger drives come in and take over, or this type of interface comes in and takes over. Not there. It's just, there's a million different reasons you could blame for it, but whatever. So I have my smaller drive. There's a screw loose in there. There it is. Okay. Just making sure nothing flies out. So this is the first drive I bought. Once I bought the new 4 terabyte, I just placed it into production and got moving. Whether or not I'm just going to put this out there so that way I have something to do. So it's not just, or it has something to do, and it's not just sitting on a shelf like it has been for the last couple of months. No, a month. It's been a month. But yeah, super easy installation. I mean, I'm using the screwdriver, but this thing's big enough to just do it with your thumb, unless you drop it in there. But I was like, I'm gonna have to dig it out. No, you don't. It's a magnet. So, if you've never seen anybody screw something in like this ever in your life, welcome to Earth. But yeah, these things are, I want to know if this one's okay. I like the first one I bought. It's even a nice color. It's a ACASIS, but it was, right now that one is like $30 more expensive than this. So if it does ostensibly the same thing, and I can get it to work right, then I'll just I'll buy another one of these because they are way cheaper. And then it had like a coupon too, so it was like right around $80. But yeah. So that's, I just had the cable in my hand. So yeah. The one thing I'm worried about, I've realized I have my work laptop, which has USB-C on it. I can just pop it in and see how it powers up. So I just wrote 3.45 gigabytes on USB-C with this enclosure, and it wrote it in basically real time. So the issue I have now is I don't have enough USB-C ports open, or do I? No, I don't. But I think my monitor has. I'm like looking around like a nut job for more USB-C, because the interface is nice, but then I always have multiple hard drives. So I need a space for power and monitor. I need a space for my audio interface, which that's the thing I'm probably gonna end up doing, is moving my audio interface, which is USB-C. I'm gonna move that back to USB-A because that's not the interface. No, it is the interface. That's fine though, because it's USB 3.2. So for what I'm doing, I don't, it doesn't need to be lightning fast. It would be nice though. So I wish my MacBook had more USB-C ports, is what it all ends up being. So that's UGreen. I'm just going to put this out. I already have stuff for it to do, and I don't have a place for it, but I already had a drive and everything, and I wanted to make it go, and it's actually, there's a really pale light on it, and I like the form. I like the actual form factor of it. I like the fact that it's metal, which the other ones are metal too, but and it has heat dissipation built in, so you don't. You can still put one of those the paste on it or the tape paste or whatever, however they describe it, to dissipate the heat. But with this one, you really don't need it because the enclosure has air, not airflow, not powered airflow. It's passive, but it has enough openings and enough surface area to dissipate all that heat. So, UGreen, it's on Amazon, and you can get it directly from the UGreen site also, I believe. And this is interface is super fast. It works really well. I was able to transfer video like I'm doing right now. The majority of the time I'm using these are for video transfer, and that's super fast. So I love that interface, and I think I'll probably just end up getting another one of these because they're relatively cheap. So seems good. If you're like, well, you're on the fence, I think it's a good good option to choose from.